and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my 5 top drugstore slash budget foundations. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like this video and to click the subscribe button. I upload every Thursday. So let's just get straight into it. My first foundation that I'm going to talk to you about today is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 130. This is a really nice, got a nice consistency. Does that make sense? It gives you a lovely light to medium coverage. It's obviously a fluid foundation, and it gives you a lovely even skin tone, blends out really nicely with a brush and with a sponge. Yeah, it just gives you a nice flawless finish to the skin. A couple of bugbears that I have with it, so to be aware of, is that it says from opening 24 months. I opened this and I had it for I would say about 10 months, and from opening I can smell it now that it's starting to smell a little bit off. Now when I also noticed when applying this, lovely, okay, goes great on the skin, and then by about lunchtime I end up looking like an Oompa Loompa because it started to oxidize. Now some products will do that. For example, I'll give you an example of this mineralized skin finish from MAC. If you keep layering on like throughout the day, you will find that it will start to oxidize and your skin will start to turn a different color, mostly orange, which wants to be orange really. So be aware of that. Also I find the shading a little bit off. I think the next one was at 120 or 110, I can't remember. I wasn't those, and really I'm not really 130. It is quite dark for me, this. So it's great for the summer. I do wear it for them because when I've got a little bit of tan, which for the first summer in I don't know how long I've had a little bit of a tan, so I've been using this a lot more over the summer because of that. So a really good foundation though. My next foundation is more of a glowy kind of skin variety. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation. This has been going on for a couple of years now. It's a really nice foundation. It gives you a lovely light, glowy sort of feel and look to the skin. It's got vitamin C in. So when something has vitamin C in, it's a natural sort of radiant boosting kind of formula. So it will give you that radiant glow. If you're a new mum or you've just been out on the tiles a bit too much, this is a great foundation to use because it will make tired skin look revitalized again. A similar foundation that I would say this is like would be on the high-end spectrum would be the Chanel Vitalumia. Has similar kind of properties in, gives you a similar kind of look and finish, but obviously for a fraction of the price. So yeah, a good one to try. Next foundation is the Revlon Colorstay foundation I'm using the combination oily skin. Now, I was first introduced to this foundation because I used to wear Estee Lauder's Double Wear. Fantastic foundation. If you are looking for kind of Barbie-like skin, you want it to look plastic, completely unrealistic, then it's a good one. You can really trowel that one on and give that kind of effect. But some people like, and you know, you go for it. This particular one, I then got introduced to this, the Revlon Colorstay, which gives you a similar kind of results. If you are looking for something with a more of a fuller coverage, mattifying, and yeah, that will do. This will do this for you. It gives you that absolutely flawless finish, but without making it feel like it's very heavy on the skin. So it's a really good foundation for that. The bugbear with this, I just, you know, seriously, Revlon, why would you not put a pump on it? You're pouring it out. So imagine you're in a rush. You point and you're like, you know, it's going everywhere. No, but now Revlon heard the beauty cry and they got their act together, had a word with themselves and got a pump on it now. So you don't have to worry about that, but I've got the old version. I also heard off the grapevine that the newer version, they've changed something in the formula. I could be wrong, don't quote me, it's just what I've read. That some people are saying it's slightly different. I don't know. Give it a try. I mean, for the price of it, you could spend £29 on Estee Double Wear. And I think this is it £9.99? Let me just check. Yes, my sources say it is £9.99. So for that, it's worth a punt, isn't it, really? Give it a try. If you suffer from acne, uneven texture in the skin, you've got high pigmentation, this is really good to use. It gives a great coverage for that. So I really recommend that to use it. My next foundation is on the glowy front again, is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. Everyone went bananas about this 2 years ago and it's still going strong. They reformulated it a little bit, changed the packaging, added more fruit in there, which is, well, always a good thing. Smells great, looks great on the skin, gives you a lovely finish to the skin. Only bugbear, and I'm going to say this goes across the board about all the foundations I've just spoke about. Colour range. It's not good. For example, like the Revlon Colorstay, yes, that is too pink for me. The one after that is too dark for me. So you have to do a bit of mixing and matching to get your skin tone, and that is my only with Drugstore. When a lot of high end, there's more of a range, you pretty much gonna get your skin tone matched. So be aware of that when you're picking your foundation. Always go for the lighter one. If you have two options of being darker, or let's pretend it's more tanned, and lighter, go for the lighter option, because you can always either add a fluid bronzer to it to get your skin tone, or you can bronze up a lot more to give a bit of life back into the death-like look on your face. So bear that in mind when you're buying these foundations. Now I've totally just gone above and beyond the 5 foundation mark. I don't quite have 10 that I like, so it's 6 really, but we'll just, you know, we won't look at that any further. We'll move on swiftly. So this one is the Bourjois City Radiance. I have worn this non-stop, pretty much every day in between that and the Maybelline Fit I've been alternating with. This is what I've been wearing. Now, the City Radiance, I first was introduced to this because I bought into the hype of getting the NARS Velvet Skin Matte Tint, because it had the SPF 30, and that's what I was looking for in a foundation. I wanted a higher SPF. We were going into spring, summer, and that's what I wanted. Bought it. It's rubbish. Don't like it at all. It first of all, the coverage is not skin tint. There is no way that is a light coverage. It is heavy on the skin. It gives you really full coverage, and the smell of that SPF in it, it is wrong. Wrong. It's not good. City Radiance, Bourjois out City Radiance with the SPF factor 30. Smells divine. It smells of roses. You know, it's an absolute dream to be putting it on your skin. You feel like you're in some kind of spa therapy center. Fantastic. It gives you a lovely light coverage. Now when I talk about coverage, light coverage, medium coverage, full coverage, I'm talking about what you can see. So when it's light to medium, it's going to actually cover, it won't cover like freckles or moles. You're still going to see your skin. And that is really, if you're going for a natural look, that's what you want to see. If you're suffering with things like acne, high pigmentation, veins that I get, like, so I've got veins on here, things like that, then you want to be going for more of a medium to full coverage foundation. Now, how I get around is because there's not many full coverage foundations that I like that make your skin feel, you can feel they're on the skin, you feel your face when you touch it, it doesn't feel great. Medium to full coverage. So what I tend to do, obviously I'm 36, we'll move on, and I don't tend to get acne anymore, or I might get the odd hormonal spot, but it's nothing major. So I really do feel for people that do get that, but this is what you need to do. If you suffer from acne, yes, wear a full coverage foundation if you like to have that kind of flawless look to the skin, but make sure you use a good concealer. Your concealer is your weapon. You need to make sure you use that to cover the spots or the high pigmentation on top of that. If you don't like the feel of a heavy foundation, but yet you do suffer from all those above, use a light to medium coverage and get a really good concealer to cover those areas. So you can be what they call spot concealing. So you're using that, not the foundation. That's when you start seeing people with huge tide marks. I mean, you know, if you like that, that's great. And nothing worse than getting a white blouse while you're out shopping. You go to try it on and there's huge tide marks all on it because somebody has just not blended their foundation properly. Winds me up. So have a go with this. This is lovely foundation with the SPF factor 30. You really need to think about that. And even going into autumn winter, you must always protect your face from the sun and from the UVA rays as well as your UV rays on top of that. My final foundation, my numero uno, my piece de resistance is, didn't even know I could speak French, did you? Is my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation. This is a fantastic foundation. It has special technology in that if you have I have dry cheeks but a really oily T-zone, this will mattify that completely. Fantastic. It's not glowy, it's not radiant, it won't do anything like that because it doesn't have the formulation for that, but what it does give you is a lovely, even, flawless skin tone. I have taken selfies with this and not had to use a filter because it's really giving you a lovely, flawless finish. Just what basically people like to look through the window while I'm filming. Great colour range. This is probably the only one of the drugstore that has a really good colour range. So it's great. It has, I would say, medium to full coverage, blends beautifully with a sponge. I prefer to use that. Bit more of a bouncing kind of motion with it, and it gives you a really good coverage. So that would be my one to use if you are on the oily side. Go for that. I do think they have changed the formulation, not this one, they do sell this one still, but they've got another one I think for more of a dewy finish. I forgot to look that up before I did this, but you guys can have a look with me next time in Boots or Superdrug. Fantastic, love it. Is my roundup of my favourite drugstore foundations at the moment. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you did. Comment down below which one you're using, let me know, or is there another one that I've missed? Let me know, I need to know. And don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you next week. Bye!